Welcome back to Pilates with Marilyn. My name is Marilyn Harder, Pilates instructor and Pilates master trainer. This is season 3, episode 11, the culmination of season 3, and our full body flow. Today we'll be utilizing the magic circle. If you don't have one, I will give you options as we go through. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So I want you to go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Bring that magic circle out in front of you. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. If you don't have a magic circle, go ahead and just float those arms out in front of you. We're going to take an inhale here. And as you exhale, I want you to go ahead and chest lift forward. Ribs drop down. Press down on that magic circle or reach forward. Find that core connection. And inhale, restack it back up nice and tall. And we'll do that again. Feel that 360-degree engagement of the core as you press on that magic circle. And we'll go one more. Now we'll take that magic circle over to the left side of that body. Right arm is going to place on top. Left arm is going to float free. Inhale here. Exhale, chest lift forward. We're warming up that oblique and restack it back up nice and tall. Total of 3. Last one. And take it over to the other side. Shoulders back and down. Inhale here. Exhale. Round and crunch forward. Inhale back up. Total of 3. And last and final one. And restack it back up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and take that magic circle out in front of us, shoulders back and down, fingertips point towards each other. We're just cupping that magic circle with the heel of your hand. And exhale. And if you don't have that magic circle, we'll go ahead and just take those arms out to the side like a hug a tree, and we're just gonna go up and down. And we'll go ahead and go a few more. Last 2, think about really narrowing the sits bones. This is more about the core than it is about the chest. Use that exhale to cinch that core 360. And now let's go ahead and swivel on our mat. Have a seat. Toes extend in front of us. And we're going to use that magic circle. Arms can be extended instead. Try and keep it right under the light of your heart. We're going to go partial roll downs. Drawing in through the belly, curling down at the sacrum, coming down only as far as you can hold without rounding that chest forward. Inhale, pause. Exhale, restack it back up nice and tall. Good, keep going. I'm gonna slightly bend my knees. I'm having a hard time with locking up my joints lately. As it gets warmer, my joints get a little more pliable, and I have to work a little harder not to dump out into the end range. It's part of the joy of a hypermobile body. Inhale back up. And we'll go ahead and go a few more. I love the magic circle here because it keeps me from rounding and concaving my chest. Last one, curl it around. Pause and hold. Let's give that little magic circle and extend out. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Inhale in. We'll do one more choreography. You can do it without that magic circle. And then Stack it back up nice and tall. Take that magic circle, place it in between those ankles. I'm going to slightly bend those knees to get that ankle connection. And I'm going to roll it on down. Shoulders wide. Curl through the tailbone. Slowly make our way down. I'm going to drag my toes along with me and float them up into a tabletop, stopping just before my head hits down. Now, if you're feeling anything in your neck, you can go ahead and take those hands behind you to support. Otherwise, we're going to exhale, extend those legs, extend those arms. Inhale, bring it in. If it feels good, you can reach those hands in towards that magic circle, which we were going to do in a second. And we'll go ahead and go one more. And exhale. Bring it on in. Hug those knees in. Set that head down. Look from right to left. Now we're going to use that magic circle as a target here. Taking the left hand behind the head, shoulders drawn back and down. Send those knees back up to tabletop. Right hand's going to reach towards that magic circle, and you're going to exhale, chest lift up and pivot. Try to send those fingers through that magic circle. And we're going to just do little tiny pulses through here. Extend those legs out, arm comes up, pulse and reach. We're going to do a total of 3. Last one. And go ahead and lay it back down. Hug those knees into the chest if you need a little bit of a break. Take that left hand behind the head, right hand behind the head, and we're going to repeat. So bringing those knees to a tabletop, left hand reaches, chest lift up and pivot. We're going to do just a few little pulses here, then we're going to add that extension for 3. Last one. Now extend those legs, arm goes long, and rotate. Remember, if this is too intense, come back to the pulse. Last one. Go ahead and bring it on in. The magic circle decided to liberate itself. All right, collarbone wide, magic circle up over the head. Feet are going to stay planted. Spread your toes out nice and wide. Inhale here, exhale, chest lift up. Stay looking through that magic circle. Now we're going to drive the car. We're just going to take that magic circle right to left, come up just a little bit more. And then last one. Go ahead and slowly lower back down. Now, if this bothers your chest, you can take that magic circle inside and pull open, which is a little bit more of that mid-back outer shoulder. So inhale here, exhale, chest lift up. I like that connection in my body. Drive the circle. Think about that exhale, widening and flattening the core. We'll go ahead and go last one. Lay it all the way back down. All right, magic circle. Shoulders back and down. We're going to go ahead and take it back behind the head. And we're going to do some supported crunches. This takes out our neck in the work. Hands are inside. Add some triceps. Inhale here. Exhale, chest lift up. Use the triceps to hold the magic circle. Think about ribs coming down, neck relax. Exhale, come up 1 more inch. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slowly make your way back down. Let's do a few more. Inhale there at the bottom. Exhale, chest lift up. Inhale to hold. Exhale up 1 more inch. Inhale all the way back down. We'll go 1 more. And exhale, shoulders back and down. Inhale, hold. Exhale all the way up. Inhale all the way back down. Beautiful. All right, we're headed into some bridges. We're going to start with inner thigh activation using that magic circle, and then we're going to progress to outer glute activation using the magic circle. All right, hands are long down by our sides, heels are drawn in towards the glutes, toes spread out wide, press through the entire foot, and exhale, hinge those hips, shoot those knees forward. and then hinge back down. Lightly tap the glutes at the bottom and hinge back up. And we'll go a few more. On the last two, we're going to pause at the top. Squeeze that magic circle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it back down. Tap it. We got one more like that. Hinge it back up. Squeeze that magic circle. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it back down. Lightly tap it. Good. We're going to go ahead and bring the knees in. Shoot the legs through the magic circle. Press out onto that magic circle. And slowly with control, toe tap those legs back down. And we're going to press open. All right, pressing open, finding those outer glutes. We're going to hinge again. So heels dig towards the butt, knees shoot forward, and then tap back down. As always, if you don't have the magic circle, just move through the bridges as they feel good to your body. You got it. These are my favorite. I love outer glute connection, outer glute work. Pressing equally through those feet. It's easy to roll out onto the outside of the foot. Keep the big toe inside arch anchored down. Okay, on the last two, we're going to pause up at the top. Pause up at the top. Press open. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it back down. Lightly tap. Send those hips back up. Press it open. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it back down. And we're going to go ahead and take that magic circle back out. Take it in between those ankles again. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll over into our side in a moment after we finish some toe taps. Elbows anchor. You can come into a chest lift if you like that better. We're going to just hinge down. Remember to keep that core nice and solid. Scoop deep lower abdominals to come back. I think a chest lift would feel fine to me today. It gives me a little bit more control. And again, with my joints being a little bit more pliable, I'm losing the connection just a little bit on the right side of my lower oblique. We'll go 2 more. And then as you finish that last one, try and keep that magic circle in as you rotate over to the side. We're going to extend those legs out nice and long, finding that side body alignment. If you need to make adjustments, go ahead and just make adjustments to that magic circle. Technical difficulties. And find that alignment. Good. Okay, so pressing that front hand in, making sure that the ribs are stacked, thumb to the lower rib, fingertip to the hip, find that connection, and really trying to lift that bottom rib cage off the floor. We're going to do little leg lifts here. And I want you to try and keep that bottom rib lifted off the floor. We're going for 8. About 5 more. Tailbone reaches towards the heels. Last 2. And as you finish that last one, go ahead and bend those knees in. Grab that magic circle. Heels together, knee anchors down. And I like to use that magic circle as a balance point. Squaring off as best as I can. Going into those clams. Knees lift wide and open. You can have a slight downward pressure on that magic circle as it feels good to your body. You can also use that magic circle as a way to keep your body square. If you have a hard time keeping your body connected, you can use it in back, you can use it in front. Just know magic circle is an amazing tool and doesn't just have to be an inner thigh burner. We've got a few more. Bottom rib is lifted. Good. I think the term modification gets bad rep. Our internal ego goes, I don't need a modification. Really, I like the term alternative connection. So stay with the alternative connection or layer in which you feel it most in your body. As someone with a fun body, I find that my alternative connections keep me strong. And when I don't do my alternative connections and I ignore it, my body pays. So there's no shame, there's no lesser than in taking what your body needs and wants. Good, we'll go ahead and go about 4 more. As we finish the last 2, we're going to hold it up at the top. And last one, hold it up at the top, tiny little pulses. Tiny little pulses. Find that connection. I like a little downward pressure on that magic circle sometimes. Give me a little bit more stability and full body integration. And we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and press up onto that magic circle, coming up and swiveling over to the other side. Before you lay on down, let's add that magic circle into that inner thigh or that inner ankle. Whoop. Making any adjustments as you lay on down. All right. Squaring yourself off as best as possible. Ribs connected. Hips squared off. Finding that connection. And we'll go into our lift and lower. Remember, we were doing 8. Think about that bottom rib staying lifted and lengthened. Long through the crown of your head. Keep breathing. And we've got 2 more. And as you finish that last one, we'll go ahead and bend those knees in, grab that magic circle, find that anchoring for our clams. Remember, we can use it to square off our body or taking that magic circle out in front. Top leg starts to open. This side more than the other. I really appreciate the squared off nature that that magic circle provides. Think about that bottom rib lifting, thinking about lifting up and open. You got it. Remember, glute med is the muscle that turns off when we sit all day long. It is worth it to work it. You can do it. Just take a moment and check in with your body. Maybe you even close your eyes and see what it is that your body is telling you. Do you feel aligned? Do you feel it in the right musculature, aka corner of the glute? Keep going. Use your tools. Maybe you're adding in that extra pressure in front. Helps hug that shoulder blade a little deeper into its back pocket. And we'll go ahead and go 3 more, then we'll go into our presses. Last one, hold it up at the top, tiny little pulses. You got it, squeeze and release. And we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and set it down, elongate. We're gonna roll over onto our belly. We're gonna take that magic circle out in front of us and just find a little bit of downward pressure. Now, if this is too much for your shoulders, you can just take those hands down into the earth. And I'm just gonna press my thighs into the floor. Shoulder blades sink down into the back pocket. Pubic bone presses in, ribs draw up. We're gonna take an inhale here. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down, press down on that magic circle. Not too much, we're not levering ourselves up with the magic circle. We're lifting with the mid-back. And then slowly lower it down. Think about where your cervical spine is, aka your neck. take a moment, reset, ears between the biceps, shoulders back and down. Inhale here. Exhale. Slide your shoulder blades down. Don't leave the ribs behind. And then slowly lengthen it on out. All right, now pause and hold. Maybe push down just a little bit. Come up maybe an inch. And let's go ahead and float those legs up. We're going to swim. Right glute, left glute. Mid-back work here. Working our erector spinae, which is the muscles to the right and left part of our spine, is really important for strength. The stronger our core is, the easier this work becomes. Because keeping those ribs drawn in and that core nice and tight is crucial for not dumping into that lumbar spine. Now if it feels good, you can pick up the pace a little bit. And you got it. And we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and set it down. Let's press it back into a child's pose. Knees are wide, taking into that nice, good length. We're going to take a couple good deep breaths here. Walk our hands over to the right. Take a good deep breath. And over to the left. Take a good deep breath. And bring it on in. All right, we're going to take that magic circle right underneath the sternum. This magic circle is going to keep us squared off. We're going into an opposite arm leg reach, and then we're going to step out into our planks. So let's go ahead and take one hand, tap a shoulder, set it down, and then the other. Now, as you start this movement, you may feel some shifting within your body. Engage your glutes, engage your core, minimize any shifting that occurs. Good. Now, once you got it, send one leg out long, opposite arm long. Try and keep that magic circle as stable as possible. Squeeze the glute and lower it down. Woo. Press your shin into the earth. Think about your neck and low back. We're going to do number 3, pause and hold, open and close. 3 of these. Last one. Bring it on in, set it on down. Squaring off again, send that other leg behind you. Tap out the opposite arm, pubic bone presses down, tailbone long, lift and lower. Good. With the foundational knee and arm, making sure that you're pressing down into the earth. Number 3, hold it there, open and close. You got it. And 2, and 3. Good, go ahead and bring it on in. All right, we're gonna be stepping back into our plank, finding our tricep push-ups. Send one leg back, lock in that plank, tailbone reaches towards the heels. Glutes are on, shoulder blades are down, neck is long, collarbone is open, ribs are connected, and step back the other. If you don't quite have it, you just hike your hips up for a moment. Let that magic circle roll. Squeeze the glutes like a reverse bridge. And let's add 3 tricep push-ups. Let that magic circle rebound you. And last one. Set those knees down. And let's go ahead and come into a good child's pose. Hands are long. Take a good deep breath. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go into a thigh stretch. Take that magic circle, tuck it into our ankle curve. Take that magic circle, sit it right under our glute fold, and think about pressing that pubic bone forward. I'm gonna take my arms, I think one on rib, one on mid-back, and I'm gonna hinge back. The only thing moving is my knees. Inhale, hold. Exhale, bring it back up. Just like with the push-up, the magic circle gives you a little bit of rebound. Drop that tailbone, we got one more. And stack back up nice and tall. We'll go ahead and finish out with some stretches. Really great job today. Let's take those legs out nice and wide. Rolling the knees up towards the ceiling. Taking that magic circle out in front of you. Let's go ahead and lean forward. And the magic circle keeps us from hinging too much. My core is active and I'm just pressing down on that magic circle, trying to straighten out a little bit through my low back to give my inner thighs a nice good stretch. And stack back up. Let's go ahead and take it over to one side, placing the one hand on the magic circle. I'm just gonna take it out a little bit wider and trying to square up my shoulders over my knee. Stack back up, other side. Squaring up, shoulders over knee. Stack back up, take that magic circle, set it off to the side, and we're gonna finish with a butterfly. Bottoms of the feet together. Trying to get the sits bones underneath you as best as possible and hinge it forward. Allowing your body to melt forward and get the good deep breaths. In through the nose, out the mouth. Stack back up, using that core to elongate. And great job today. I want to thank you for supporting Pilates with Marilyn. It has been an amazing ride. And join us at corporatehippiesconnection.com for all of our lifestyle tips and tricks. And remember, practice your self-care this week. You are worth it.